So, okay, the video I'm about to watch is on Saturday. Today is Monday, which is 2 days later. I'm sick right now. The video I'm about to watch is me dealing with my mental situation in the worst possible way. I was out. In the first video you're gonna see is me leaving church. Then the next video is literally right before I break down. It's going to be a purple wall, and it's going to be, oh, I have some space. I'm okay now. And then the next part is I'm in the car and it's dark. So I don't know if you want to watch this or not, but I did say that I was going to put myself out there for people to actually see what I go through, because even the people around me, as far as like me going to church, like my regular friends, like people like this person I know since I was 8 years old named Joanne, she really does not know how it feels when I go through a mental problem. Like my nieces, like my niece Angie knows, because she goes out with me a lot of times, and I tell her, hey, look, it's getting a little bit too crowded. I really don't feel comfortable. So as far as like blood family, they know, but as far as like friends or whatever, they have never seen me break down like this. And if they do, it's always at church, and you don't see me break down. You just see tears coming out my eyes, and I'm in a corner. So because I had more of control over this situation, I had my camera, and it was more of that situation, I was able to record what was going on. I had no family with me. It was me going out by myself. And this is normally what happens a lot of times when I do go out by myself and it's a lot of people, or I'm just not in a good point in myself to deal with certain things. So, this is scary for me because, like I said, I don't show people this side of me. So I hope y'all are able to not criticize me or whatever. And if y'all do, I can't say nothing, because at the end of the day, this is my life and this is what I have to deal with. So as far as my children, if you ever see this, you will understand why your mom would really not be able to ever take you out on certain situations or stuff like that, because this is what I deal with. So please don't judge me. Please, just watch it. If you don't want to watch it, skip over it. Hey, if you're on here for facilities, just watch that. If you're here for something else, please stay on that. So please enjoy this video. Hi, how y'all doing? This is Saturday. As far as this point, I'm about to go home. I'm about to change my clothes, and then I live in Atlanta. There's a lady, y'all probably know about her. I just found out about her today, that does piercings on the weekend for, I think, $5 to $15 per weekend, depending on how simple the piercing is. I just went to get about 4 to finish a couple on my ears, 2 right here and like 2 down here. So I'm trying to go do that today. Gonna go home, change, and put on some regular clothes. This was my church look, my church makeup. It was African Day, so I went for a black orange look, and I'm wearing orange and a orange and blue skirt. Don't mind that. That was the lint paper from this morning. Brands. So I'm about to go see cousin, grandma, everybody else. And then, yeah, I'm going to try to do better on this video, because I always have to do a daily vlog, but I never do, because I always forget. But right now, it's 4 o'clock. I'm going to go home, roll me a blunt, smoke a little bit, and then head out to go get my piercings and everything else I wanted to get done today. So, thank you. Bye. I'm in the piercing shop right now. I'm just waiting in line. It's a super long line. I kind of got really just pissed up, like really bad, ignorant, like not ignorant, but whatever I'm looking for, like boxing. Like I was like literally standing in the corner, just breathing in. Like I'm starting to feel better because a lot more people moved, and I have like a couch by myself. I couldn't see really nobody around me right now. But like a few minutes ago, I was like by a little wall thinking, and then there was like people in front of me. So that was an interesting moment of, going out today. And I think I was a little more pissed off because I kind of had argument with my husband. So yeah, that's what's going on. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. Okay, this is probably like 10-20 minutes after I made the last video. Sorry that I sound like this, but like I tell people, I do have mental problems, and they do affect me sometimes. The room I was in was small, and not only was small, it was so many people in the freaking room. I know I'm not supposed to feel bad. I'm really not supposed to feel bad because it is a mental problem, and you know, we learn how to deal with mental problems as they come, and not only as they come, but as they, you know, bring themselves forth to us. But I'm not at that point right now. I really do just feel like going home, but I know I had to, you know, I had planned to go stop one other place. The only good thing about the one place I plan to stop to after this is it's not a lot of people. I just have to hop out the car, walk to somebody's door, knock on the door, and walk back to the car. So that's not really a big deal. And then I get to go spend time with my family or whatever. But God, I hate when this shit happens. But besides that, like, yeah, that was like not a good situation for me to be in. So yeah, I said I was going to start letting people see how a normal day with me is, like just going out and shit. That's why I really don't go out. People don't understand. A crowded place, me waiting too long, like, it's certain things that just drives me. And being stuck in a room with a lot of people, I don't like it. Being stuck in small places, I really don't like it, because it brings me back when my mental problem first started. So it's just being in that situation again. It's just, I felt. I'm so sorry about that. So I was going to plan to get the piercing done for a cheaper price, but after that experience, you know, I might just wait for the person that did my tattoo I got from my grandfather and just pay him the $40 that he asked. Cause I don't think I can go through that experience again. It wasn't a nice experience. So yeah, like I probably won't go back. And just, you know, wait until I have the money next month or whenever I do have the money and just go pay full price for the piercings I want. Because that wasn't a good experience for me. I know you're supposed to overcome your fears or whatever, but like when I made that video, I was like somewhat towards the back of the piercing place. It was like a little cut off. It looked like it was supposed to be a room that they broke down the wall and they made into a separate room. So that's where I was at. At the point in time, it was like 4 people on that side. I had like that whole space I showed y'all on the couch, and there was people like further, like on the other side, the end of the couch, like on another part on that side. So I was feeling pretty decent at the point in time I made the video. Probably 10 minutes later, I guess a couple people that got their piercings finished their piercings and they came out and they stood in the little corner, I'm telling you, that's like literally right by the area I'm in. So instead of having that good amount of space on either side of me where I can just be like, okay, I can breathe and I can just be like, okay, this is okay for me, it ended up being like, I think 8 people on that small little corner. So they're starting to move in closer to me. And honestly, I kind of felt okay because I heard this little story of this little girl. She was like, oh, I got my piercing, I can't show my parents. And it reminded me when I got my first belly button piercing and I couldn't show my parents, but there were people in my family I could show. So at that point, it was like, oh, okay. But like literally right after she said that, it was like a wall of guys standing there, and it seemed like they all like took a good big step backwards towards where I'm physically standing at. And at that point, mentally, I was like, you know what? This is getting a little bit claustrophobic. I'm about to have to wait really, really long, and waiting for anything, whether it's my parents or whatever. I don't like to wait. And don't be like, oh, you're just bougie. Then I have been bougie since I was a child, to the point where, you know, like when you go to after school programs and you're supposed to wait for your parents to pick you up. The closest, when I was in middle school, my house was literally around 2 miles away from my school. When I was in high school, my house was about a mile from my school. Let's say I was in choir, I was in certain after school programs in middle school and in high school. If my parents were supposed to pick me up at a certain time, 10 minutes after the time they were supposed to pick me up, they didn't show up, I didn't have no problems in getting on my feet and walking my behind home. So at this point, it's not that, oh, she just a little bit too bougie. It's just, when I feel like I have to wait, what you're telling me is like, hey, look, it's really not for you. You can, hop on your feet. So waiting in a room and then the room is still filling up with people is going to literally make me, by the time I get home, I am not going to be in a good mood. I am just going to be a little frustrated and tight. And then then another thing I heard that was kind of making me like, okay, there's a longer line. He was like, in the hallway, there is more people waiting in the hallway. So in that point of my mind, I was just like, if it does get to you, you're going to have to still wait in a smaller area with more even people still in there. So I was just like, instead of putting myself through that whole mental situation, let me just pull myself out and be kind of okay. I took a little bit too long because I wasn't sitting out here starting to cry. So I can't say like I was supposed to pull myself out a little bit earlier before I got that emotional. But the thing about me is I will really try my hardest to stay in that situation if I feel like I'm not in danger, if I don't feel hurt. Because a lot of times people say especially like when you go to the mental hospital and stuff, they say you do stuff out of fear that there's something else that is bothering you and you're projecting it on that one thing. So a lot of times I try to sit in the situation or try to figure out the situation a little bit too longer that I'm supposed to, because it's always that part of mind. Am I pushing this part out, or am I fighting with this, or it's really one of those things that I'm like, it's not working for me at the point in time I'm trying to do it. So at this point, it was one of those things that it's not working for me at the point in time I'm trying to do it. So yeah, I just decided, I was like, yeah, I can go back any other day. My cousin says she does it a lot. She does the whatchamacallit a lot, so if she does, I'll go back another day, or a day where it's not damn near 20 people in a small little room. And maybe one day if I do go back, I will show you what the room looks like. And I'm sorry that you're hearing me in the dark in my car, but it's Atlanta and it's late at night and I can't turn on the light in my car just to make this video. So sorry, you'll bear with me, because this will be actually the very first video that I'm allowing you to go through what it feels like to be me, with all the nasty, irritating bits of being me. People never understand. It's a struggle to do simple stuff when the simple stuff that you are supposed to do and you are supposed to figure out, or are as far as going outside the door, even being in a room filled with people. So deuces, I'm about to clip out because where I'm about to go, I don't want y'all to see no signs or anything to show you where I'm going. So